Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 98 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy. We're going to hang out here on the floor of the craft room, and I have a bit to share with y'all this week. So, first up is a finished object. Happy dance, happy dance. I'm doing the happy dance because my color affection is done. Can you see that? It is over 6 feet long, and I didn't run out of yarn. I was kind of thrilled by that too. This is the Vera Valimaki Color Affection using Sock Bunny, Unwind, and Daisy Knits my own hand-dyed yarns. Yes, go play. By all means. Take your dog. And that's a child again. This has been my day, which is why this is like take 4, because it's just craziness. But I'm going to get this out. So, Vera Valimaki Color Affection done. I am thrilled with this. I did weave in all my ends. I have not washed or blocked it yet. And I've already worn it multiple times. I'm good with that. I know some people say until you wash it, you shouldn't wear it. I'm sorry, it's a shawl. It's a garter stitch shawl, so it's, to me, not that big of a deal to wear it unwashed. And I didn't really like spill things on it, so I'm good. But that is finished. I am really excited. I think it is shallow enough that I can wear it with my winter coat in bandit style, but also still deep enough that it's going to keep me warm and I can wear it without my coat when I'm out and about. So that is done. Project number 2 that I worked on is the socks for my friend. So I showed y'all last week I was doing V socks in the evergreen colorway. These are just a general vanilla toe-up sock. And look, they have heels now. This one got a little ahead of this one, but it'll work out in the end. So let's see if we can get that color. Can you see that beautiful color? I just stabbed myself. I am working concurrent, but this one's a little bit ahead. I imagine I have about an inch or 2, and then this guy will be ready for ribbing. So I'm going to come back when I sit down with these guys next. I will pick this one up and get that leg caught up to the other one. And I still have a good chunk of yarn here, so there's still plenty of yarn to go. That is project number 2. Go me! Last week I showed you that I had accidentally spun about an ounce of Spotted Circus in the Games of Thrones colorway of Song of Fire and Ice. I know that's a reference, but I don't, it's a book reference is what I was told, but I don't know. I just know a friend loved it, and I spun it for her. So, look at that bad boy. Can you see all that floofiness? Look at that. It is gorgeous. I am really tickled pink with how this came out. And it's a big, fat, floofy, probably bulky, worst into bulky weight, depending on where you're looking. Very, very orange. I did wash it already. I set the twist. So it bloomed so much. I was shocked. I did not do yardage. If I had to guess, I think it's probably going to be maybe 100 to 150 yards. I'm not a person who gets a lot of yardage. I kind of just let it go, and it always floofs up and blooms. But I'm okay with that because look at that. Like, imagine the squishiness. That's a squishy one. So that is finished as well. I felt very productive finishing a project and spinning a whole braid of yarn this weekend. If you can hear the thumping, it's the kids are practicing their scootering outside, and they jump ramps in the driveway just outside. So anyways, so that's knitting, that's spinning, and master knitter work is next, because I came home and really buckled down. I got to spend the weekend, this past weekend, at Knit in the Mitten, which is a whole nother episode that is coming. I haven't recorded that yet, but it's coming. At Knit in the Mitten, though, I got to sit with Kathy K-Tom, and we just chatted. She is a little bit ahead of me. She actually messaged me this morning and said she passed level 2. Congrats. But it's kind of nice to be able to have somebody to chat with about that, who's there with you, who's answering those questions, who's being frustrated with you about, oh my gosh, another reference. So she was very inspiring to me. And I came home, and Monday I pulled everything out and I laid it all out and I looked, what do I really, really have to finish? Where am I at? And I realized I actually had 2 swatches I need to do, which one of them is already done. And the other one has been started and is sitting downstairs waiting for me to finish. I have one more book report, which I've told you all that before. I have one more book report. I had 2 questions that needed to be fully answered because I hadn't even touched them. And I had 2 questions that needed a little more research, a little more backing up and explaining to do. And the wristlet. Because I sat down and looked at the wristlet and I got really honest with it. And I'm like, it's not anywhere close to where I want it to be. I actually looked at gauge and I realized I was pretty far from the gauge. I thought I could block it out. And I can't block it out that much. So since Monday, I have done a swatch. I've done more research. And I did a part of a wristlet. So you want to see? I'm kind of proud of this. Because I sat down and I went up in needle size and I worked on a wristlet. Now this wristlet's not done. I went ahead and just said it's not going to be quite good enough. But I wanted to do a good chunk of the color work so that way I could wash it and block it and measure it and know how far off I am with gauge, because I went up a whole needle size and I am actually almost perfect. So I am good with this size. My biggest problem with that is, let's see if you guys can see. I can tell every DPN color shift where I change from one needle to the next needle. I can tell all of those. And the reason why I didn't do this on the 9-inch circ like I did my other one was because I didn't have the right size. So I went back and forth about, do I order it or do I just practice a little more with my DPNs? And I thought, why kick myself? So I sat down at Amazon and we chatted a little bit and I found the needle I needed from Amazon and it will be delivered tomorrow. So my goal in between now and when that needle gets delivered is to work on the questions that I need to finish, work on the swatch that I still need to finish, and then probably either tomorrow night or Saturday, I will be casting on another wristlet, which will make my wristlet total, I think, up to like 6. Total honesty, I've done like 6 of these suckers. However, I want it to be the best I can send it off to be. So that's where we're at. And that's really what I've worked on this past week. I hope that you guys have all had a fabulous week. I hope that you've enjoyed your week and you've had lots of productive things, and you will come back and join me next week and we'll chat. All my contact information is at the end. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. See ya.